Alright, so we about to go see A Quiet Place. We got my other friend, Caprice. He's, what's it called? Yeah, he's still getting the pretzel bites, whatever. Alright, so this is my first time I put my friends in one of my videos because I never really even told them about this channel till like yesterday. But yeah, we about to go see Quiet Place, but I hope this is good. It's getting some good reviews. What does it have? Like a 98%?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Alright.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's on my list right there.
Who are we if we can't protect them? We have to protect them.
Alright guys, so I did go watch A Quiet Place. I went to go watch it with my friends. This is their very first time actually appearing on my channel. I'm gonna start going with them a lot more often. They're gonna appear on more future movie days. They're gonna appear on the Blockers movie day, Rampage, and Truth or Dare. But right now, before I get on to my review, my friend Caprice, who of course went with me, he is gonna quickly give you guys his thoughts on A Quiet Place. So we're gonna move on to his clip, and after that we'll move on to my review. So yeah, let's move on to what he thought about A Quiet Place.
I absolutely loved A Quiet Place. It was well written, uh, really well done, and all around a very great movie. And I hope it wins an Oscar next year. And I would give that 9 out of 10 for sure.
So that's what my friend Caprice thought about A Quiet Place. He, as you can see, he really loved this movie. He also told me it was his favorite movie of the year, so that's good. I'm really glad he loved the movie. But anyways, yeah, A Quiet Place, basically what this movie is about, it takes place in the near future, about in 2020, where most of the Earth's population has been wiped out by an unknown creature, and there is a family who is trying to survive away from these creatures because these creatures, they're blind, but they have some really good hearing. So if you even make any noise, they're gonna know where you are, and they're probably gonna kill you. A Quiet Place really works as both a suspense and a horror movie. And after a rough year for horror movies, we finally get a great one. And it's PG-13. The reason why I bring that up is because, you know, a lot of people don't think that horror movies, they don't think that they work out when they're PG-13. They think it's better when it's rated R, like, for example, It, a movie that a lot of people loved. But that's not true. As long as it's made right and it's PG-13, then it could still be really good. And A Quiet Place is a very good example of that. And like I mentioned, this year hasn't been the best year for horror movies. Winchester was fucking awful. Strangers 2 was pretty bad, and what was the other movie? Oh, Insidious: The Last Key, which I already pretty much forgot about, and I mean, it's mediocre, but it's not a good movie. And finally, 4 months into the year, we finally get a great horror movie. John Krasinski both directs and stars in this movie. He is kind of following the same steps that Jordan Peele followed, who they were both comedy actors, and now they're working on successful horror films. Of course, Jordan Peele's example of that was with Get Out last year, which I thought was a really good film, and now John Krasinski is doing it with A Quiet Place. And he both directed and he starred in this movie, and I thought he did a really good job directing and starring in this movie. Right off the bat, this is some of the best direction I've seen in a movie in all year. It just has so many original and suspenseful ideas. It really takes advantage of what it can do with this story. I thought it was great how John Krasinski also got his real-life wife to play his wife in this movie, of course, Emily Blunt, who I thought was possibly the character who I was actually most scared for, because her character is pregnant, and that really did cause a little bit more anxiety for me. And, you know, Emily Blunt, she was in need for a hit, and Quiet Place is that hit movie for her before Mary Poppins comes out, which I'm hoping it's good, but for the most part, I think she's going to be really good in that role. But I thought she was really good in this movie, and same for the child actors in this movie. I don't quite know their names, but I thought they were also pretty good in this movie. Now, when it comes up to this movie, I think one of the most important aspects, aside from the actual story itself, is the sound design. Because this movie, we do have some characters speaking here and there, but for the most part, this is a silent movie and a silent monster movie. So when you have that, what you're going to need to make this movie work out is you're going to need to have really good sound design. So you could kind of place the sound for these monsters when they pop out of nowhere. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm like, where I'm going with this, but the sound design in this movie, or the sound, is just really important for a movie like A Quiet Place, and I thought that they really took everything to its full advantage with the sound in this movie. I also thought the writing in this movie was fantastic. I felt like there are a few minor plot holes in this movie, which a lot of people could get past over, but personally, I couldn't really get past them. And not only that, but I thought that even though the movie, it's an hour and 35 minutes long, so about 95 minutes long, I did feel like this movie was a bit dragged out at times. It really did slow down for me at times, and it really made it feel like a 2-hour movie. But at the same time, this is still a really great movie. That's all I could say about this movie, in fact, because there's just not all that much to talk about this movie that hasn't been said already. A Quiet Place is the first good horror movie of 2018, and I actually kind of love this movie. Yeah, I do think you should go out and see this movie in theaters, especially for that sound design. I thought, experiencing this movie in a theater is really important, I would say. Definitely full price worthy, and I'm gonna give A Quiet Place an A-. So, Quiet Place, definitely do go check out this movie if you haven't, because this movie opened very big at the box office. But this is definitely a movie worth checking out. Anyways, have you guys seen A Quiet Place? If you guys seen it, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.